Hello, and welcome to my page on the impact of texting and messaging. My name is Joseph Corselli, and this is my final project for Computer Science 101. This page was programmed in HTML code with the help of a cascading style sheet. This was an external cascading style sheet that let me create a lot of effects on the pictures, the headers, and the text to enhance them. The HTML code was typed so you can see all the content on the pages. I used cPanel to create an account where I would store all my files, and that helped me create my web pages, such as the web pages you see here under the table of contents. The logo you see in the GIF in the middle of the page has two images that I get off of Google Images. I flipped one and put it on top of the other using layers. The blue box is on the bottom with the green box on top of it, and the text box I inserted is on top of both of them. I typed in text and message and arranged them to look centered. I used the clone stamp tool to clean up the edges of the colors around the logo, the eraser to erase the unwanted edges, and the text box to insert the text and message. My banner on the next page was created using Pixlr along with the logo. In my banner, I include an image off Google for the base layer, which you see in the background. I also inserted my logo on the left side along with another image that I got off of Google Images. I use a text box to type Texting and Messaging by Joe Corselli. The animation was used in the home page was used from a website which I uploaded my image, another image off Google, and a picture of myself. I uploaded the images to the website, and that created my GIF. For question A, indicate the name of the innovation and provide a clear description of its intended purpose. Texting and messaging is an important tool in today's world, the fastest form of communication. It is mostly used on cell phones, laptops, computers, and even tablets. Texting and messaging can send text conversations, pictures, video, and other media. The pictures on this page include right here a simplified version of a texting conversation. On the phone on the right, the gray tablets, the gray bubbles indicate what the user will be sending, while the green indicate the text that they will be receiving. The picture on the left shows someone using a cell phone and about to send a message in the text box, checking up on a friend, asking how they are. That's mainly what it's used for today, friends texting other friends. On my impacts page, question B asks to explain a benefit or harmful effect for my innovation. A benefit would be that texting and messaging connects people from all over the world. They can have fast and easy conversations. Aside from regular users, businesses can use texting and messaging to send out alerts for appointments or meetings, reminders for doctors, or to pick up prescriptions when they're ready. Emergency services can also use texting and messaging to send out weather alerts or missing children alerts. A harmful effect would be texting and driving, and how it is now illegal due to the fact that there are many deaths caused when someone is texting and driving. It distracts people from controlling their car. The graph on the right illustrates percentages of people who use their cell phone while driving with mainly European countries along with the United States. The United States leads in many of the columns except for the never category. So that means they have the lowest amount of never used their phone, which is not good. They have the highest amount for at least once and the highest amount for regularly. It's a major problem the United States faces today. Question C asks to explain the impact that the innovation has on society. This impact of texting and messaging has created more profit for telecommunication companies such as AT&T, Verizon, and Sprint. They can add more fees onto texting because it costs them more money. It used to be just maybe minutes on a phone call, but now with texting, they charge clients like maybe a monthly texting plan for unlimited texting for a certain fee. Although that texting has a charge, most messaging is free through online accounts and social media. You can upload an account for free and message on there. Another field that, other than computer science, which this innovation has impacted, would be the field of communication, which is evolving each decade. You can send a text within 30 seconds, which is very impressive, and you can get a reply even faster. It allows for conversations to be quick and easy, and the communication of email is slow, so this has evolved, and texting, I believe, is a more informal method of email. If you can't talk on the phone, you can also send a text, which makes it a lot easier. Image on the left, in question C, is just a screen of a cell phone with a new message received. And the graph on the bottom right, in question D, is my own form that I created using Google Forms. I emailed 10 participants a question of, do you think texting or messaging has been beneficial or harmful to you? 7 replies thought that texting is very helpful, while 3 thought that texting helps me sometimes. On the tech page, I will describe how a user interacts with the innovation. On a cell phone, you usually go to the message app and then insert a contact name or phone number. Then in the text box, you'll type in the content, whether it just be text and letters, or you can add a picture or even a video. You simply type in the content and press send, and the recipient will receive the message within seconds. Messaging is very similar, but it's not on a phone. It's usually on a website or an app. You usually maybe someone have a username or an account profile. You type that into the send box, and you type your message, you send, and they'll get it within seconds also. The video below shows 2 people using the cell phone in an interview with my suite mate. I recorded this video on my iPhone, then I uploaded the saved video to YouTube, where I edited the video and published it on YouTube. I'll play it now.
Ready to go? Yeah. Alright, let's go. I'd say texting makes my life easier. Instead of having to call somebody, I can just take out my phone, 30 seconds, send a text, get a text back, and it's done.
Is texting and messaging beneficial or harmful to society?
I think it's beneficial to society. It just makes communication easier, less interruptions throughout your day, send pictures easier. Instead of having to call somebody every time you want to share a piece of information, you can just take out your phone and text, 30 seconds, and you're done.
So this video showed 2 friends in the room, which is kind of a joke because a lot of young adults and teenagers abuse texting and use it unnecessarily. but it shows how fast people can make plans and get ready for something by just sending a few texts. It takes seconds and it's very easy to use. Describe in detail how the innovations technology incorporates at least one of the big ideas. Well, I think texting messaging uses two of the big ideas. The first would be internet. The internet is a very important aspect of texting messaging. It relies heavily on the internet. Well, at least for texting as opposed to, at least for messaging as opposed to texting. Messaging relies on the internet because it uses mainly websites on the internet to send and receive messages, where opposed to the texting doesn't really use internet, but it uses signals and waves to satellites, sends it to other people. So internet is important for messaging because without the internet you can't use messaging. The other big idea would be abstraction, where it breaks down the complex programming and code to be user-friendly. I'm sure there's a lot of important code behind sending like a message online, very complex to a regular user, but with the use of abstraction, appears more user-friendly and more accessible. This picture on the right is a pretty cool picture. It has keywords in computer science and some of even the big ideas. It includes abstraction, programming, algorithms, the internet. Thought it was a pretty creative picture. On my data page, I describe how the innovation consumes data, produces data, or transforms data. And texting and messaging produces lots of data through every text and message sent. All the content, pictures, and videos include the data that is produced. There's also metadata involved, and metadata is data about data. So the data that you send, the text and pictures, also have data about them, such as who sent them, who received them, phone numbers, IP addresses, the date and time they were sent. And this is all stored on the sender's phone and the recipient's phone. There's a lot of data to be produced. The picture on the left shows a kind of like a clip art picture of laptops and data being sent through. In question H, describe at least one data storage concern, data privacy concern, or data security concern. Well, with the internet comes a lot of privacy issues. Messages can be hacked online, just like anything else online. The internet is a dangerous place for unsuspecting users because hackers can hack into the web server and view their information. Along with hackers, the NSA also has been known to spy on people's information just to scan messages so there's no domestic threats. Anything you put on the internet can be seen by almost anyone. Therefore, it's harder to break into text. So I would say that texting might be safer because texting isn't put onto the internet, so no one can really hack into it. The picture on the right displays what would be a concept of data security, a lock on the data. In my references page, I show 6 references of information, with the most useful being the Wikipedia page of texting and messaging. This page describes the history, the uses, some of the countries, and information about the countries. Very useful, lot of social impacts. Big page about texting and messaging. This is my website on the impact of texting and messaging.